Hi, hi. I am Imran Ali, Assistant Professor in Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida. In my earlier lecture, I had discussed basic concept of operation management. I had discussed about what exactly is operation management. There I discussed that operation management consists of various sub processes, or operation management consists of multiple subsystem. So, if we want to ensure that our operation need to work efficiently, our multiple processes should also be more responsible and quick to cater the need of the consumer. Then I had discussed about distinction between the goods and services. I had outlined that goods are tangible and services are intangible. It is easy to store the goods, but to store the services are difficult. In terms of the goods, the manufacturing process are fixed, but in case of the services, manufacturing process are varying, since the need and demand of the consumers keep on changing. Then I also discuss about different contributions made by different author like Henry Fayol, mass production theory he had given, or industrial revolution that has came into existence, and how they have contributed or supported to the operation management, and different theory had came into existence. Maslow theory came into existence, theory X and Y had came into existence, Z theory also came into existence. So, it was how the operation management came into existence, and it was the evolution of operation management from 1770 when the industrial revolution took place, and in today's arena when we are talking about fourth industrial revolution, we are talking about industry 4.0, and more involvement is going to happen. Today I am going to discuss about nature and scope of operations management. When I will be discussing about nature and scope of operation management. It is nature of operation management, how it is, what are the different activities that fall under the scope of operation management, and to outline the application of operation management, where or in what sector or industry the operation management is applicable. Nature of the operation management, it is what, how operation management is, how operation management look like. So, the nature of the operation management can understand with the help of these four element or part. The first, it is operation as a system. Operation is a system, and this system has multiple subsystem. To ensure that operation of a particular organization is functioning properly, or it is in the process to create value to the customer, organization need to ensure that subsystems are working properly, or sub process of this organization are contributing their best or contributing more effectively toward the organization. So, the operation, it is what? It is a system, operation as a system, but this system consists of multiple subsystem, and once this multiple subsystem will contribute effectively, then the operation is also going to be more effective. Now, what these subsystems are, what these multiple processes are, it could be the input that you are going to source from outside, it could be your conversion process within the organization, it is the distribution that you are distributing your goods to the outside, it is your retailer, it is your consumer itself. So, the entire operation is consist of multiple subsystem, and to combine, when we combine this multiple subsystem, your operation came into existence. So, we can understand well that how your operation as a system, whether it is effective, whether it is not effective. It is effective if subsystems are effective, it is not effective if subsystems are not effective. So, operation management need to just check out that whether these subsystems are efficient enough, are doing their best and contributing to the organization. For example, whether in the organization to produce desired quantity of the goods, whether within the organization inputs are available, either it is NTPC or any, it is Tata Power or it is Adani Power or several companies that are there into the power sector. They need to ensure whether they are having coal into sufficient quantity, so that their manufacturing or process should be continue. So, one subsystem need to fulfill its function or its objective efficiently. Next, it is about the conversion process. If inputs or raw material is available into the sufficient quantity, whether the manufacturing process, whether the machinery is sufficient enough, whether the machinery is capable to convert your raw material into output, whether your machinery is advanced enough to produce more within least possible time, this subsystem need to be more efficient, and you will be you will be realizing this, that over a period of time, say because of the advanced technology, introduction of the higher machinery, our conversion process has become more efficient, and within minimum time organizations are more capable to produce more, or they are in the position to create a maximum. Next, it is about the distribution, that we have to distribute our final product. Distribution mechanism or the distribution system will ensure produce goods by the conversion process, they are going to reach, or they are in the process to reach to the final consumer. So, the distribution channel or distribution system need to be efficient enough or effective enough, so that they are in the process of delivering goods and services to the final consumer, or they are efficient enough. You say during COVID-19, PVR, Inox, Laser, these were not in the positions to deliver service to the consumer, or consumer were not reaching to the multiplexes. A new distribution channel came into existence, that was OTT, and you go digitally and you can access, or you can view a particular movie. What I mean to say, we find out an alternative to the existing distribution mechanism, so that the sales or profitability for the company need to be intact. Similarly, organization continuously need to explore, find out different ways or means through which we are in the position to distribute our goods and services. So, we need to Times of India, Hindustan Times, Financial Express, Business Standard, several newspaper or magazine during COVID-19, they introduced subscription based model, because the distribution was not possible physically. So, you can subscribe and you can view the content digitally. So, this distribution as an organization, we need to find out and we need to check intact, and we need to introduce it, so that our business and distribution should remain intact. So, finally, what I mean to say, your operation is a system, and this system consists of multiple subsystem, and these are the few example multiple subsystem. If these are doing well, if these are contributing their best, your operation is best, your operation will be efficient enough. Next, operation as an organizational function. Any organization having multiple functional area, for example, it is HR, it is one of the functional area in the organization, it is finance, it is one of the functional area into the organization, it is IT, it is one of the functional area, or it is marketing also, that is one of the functional area. So, although operation is responsible to produce goods, delivering services, but at the same time operation needs support and input from the other area of the organization also. They need input from human resource department in the context of how many people they are going to recruit, what kind of people into a different skill set are required by operation, so that the HR department ensure that a people or employees of a specific skill set are available in the company. You just see, today there is a more discussion of automation, business analytics is more into demand, robotics are going to into discussion, 3D printing is data sciences are more into. What I mean to say, over a period of time requirement of or is demand of a skill set keep on changing, and this need to be ensured by HR department that whatever skill set or the whatever nature of employees are required need to be ensured by human resource department, whether these employees are available or not. Next, it is the finance. Finance is responsible for raising fund, and this fund is raised either by equity, IPO, several other forms are there, or by debt where fixed rate of interest is being done. But to ensure that sufficient fund is available within the organization and scarcity of fund do not impact the operation negatively, or shortage of the fund do not impact the operations badly. So, it is finance department which need to ensure to the operation that fund is not into shortage, there is no scarcity of the fund, and fund is available. If you feel like new outlet or a new manufacturing unit need to be established, you need to set up your unit at a new area, so that we can cater to the maximum city, maximum location and customer. So, next it is about the IT, information technology, and today every organization either into manufacturing or into services, they are integrating information technology into their processes. And information technology has ensured that your process to produce goods and delivering services are more efficient. So, IT department need to ensure that advanced and modern technology is available, and they are going to contribute to the entire organization. Next, it is the marketing department will ensure how their goods are going to be promoted, how their services are going to be given, what kind of distribution mechanism is going to be adopted. So, the fast distribution channel we adopt, higher branding practices that we adopt will ensure whether the operation it is more efficient or not. Next, it is about operation as a means of creating utility. So, it is the operation that is responsible to create utility in the goods, and how it create utility in the goods, that I am will be discussing in detail. So, the first I am going to discuss operations as a system, and operation as a system, it is what? It consists with the multiple subsystem. So, here there are 6 subsystem. These 6 subsystem will ensure whether operation as a system or this system operation system is going to perform well or not. So, their efficiency and their effectiveness will ensure the effectiveness of the operation, whether insufficient quantity raw material or inputs are available. We need to ensure, we need to maintain good relationship with the supplier, the supply need to be on time, and next, how conversion process it is. There are some organization whose conversion process is quick enough. They are in the position to convert raw material into output very quickly and fastly. On the other hand, there may be some organization which took a lot of time. So, the organization whose conversion process more technology oriented, more quick enough, more fast, there is a less wastage, and they produce the good that are least impacting the environment, it is going to be more efficient enough. This conversion process we need to use. Next, it is the output, it is the final goods that are going to reach to the final consumer. Next, it is the transportation subsystem. Transportation subsystem is to take or to move goods from one place to the another. So, even the goods has been manufactured, but they do not reach on time to the consumer, it's useless. So, a important subsystem of the operation is that how efficient operation is or transportation is to ensure that the produced goods reach to the distributor, then to the retailer, then to the final consumer. You have seen during COVID-19 what kind of logistics and activities was impacted badly, because the movement of the goods was badly impacted. As a result of that, several industry, retail outlet or the other, they was impacted very badly. Next, communication subsystem. Communication need to be more efficient. One part of the operation is capable to communicate with the other, and there should be open and free flow of the communication within the system. Next, decision making system should be more efficient and effective enough. So, if we study operation as a system is only effective when its subsystem are effective. Operation as a system is effective only when its subsystems are contributing more effectively, otherwise it is going to be fail. So, operations manager need to ensure and check about it. Operations as a conversion and transformation process. Any conversion process consists of several small activity that I already discussed, that there are 6 activity that I showed into the earlier activity. These 6 small activities will ensure whether your operation is effective enough. See the outlet of the Domino, or it is Pizza Hut, or it is the Burger King, or it is Domino. So, this you say that they have several subsystems, they have several processes, and these several processes are more efficient enough, then only the final output is going to be more effective. Then only you will be able to produce on time and serve your customer more efficiently and effectively. Go to a bank or any finance institution or a university, in case of services I am talking about, if their operations are more effective, then only you will be able to cater to the need of the consumer. Talk about in case of the aviation industry, either it is Indigo, SpiceJet, or Go Air, AirAsia, Vistara. These organizations need to ensure that how many airplane they have, what the airport facility, ground handling services, whether they are capable to cater or not. So, this multiple subsystem or multiple activity will ensure whether these organizations as an aviation company are in the position to provide enough or effective services to cater to the need of the consumer or not. So, these multiple subsystems that I talked about in case of goods and services will ensure the effectiveness of the organization. So, need to ensure, and either it is Pizza Hut, either it is Domino or McD, or it is Burger King, they need to ensure before final product came out, the multiple subsystem need to be efficient enough. Then only they can make their customer more satisfied, and the operation need to be effective enough. Next, the operations as a means of creating utility. Although utility is power of satisfying human needs. So, utility is what? Whether a product that a consumer purchase or the services that we are going to get Why do we take services? Why do we purchase the goods? Because we feel like that these are capable to meet the human needs. If the goods is not in the position to meet the human need, it is nobody is going to purchase it. So, operation manager operation has to ensure, or operation need to be so effective or efficient that it create maximum value to the customer, maximum value to the organization also. So, utility if high, consumer will be more quick, consumer will be more crazy enough to purchase your goods, because your goods is more capable, or your product or your service is more capable to have the higher utility. Let us say the maximum people are having a desire to have a Apple mobile handset, probably the utility is high as compared to the other mobile handset. All the peoples are capable to crazy to have their health services from AIIMS. It is because they feel like that doctors are good enough and they can easily cater their need, or they can easily identify the problem that they are facing. So, what I am trying to say, either a mobile handset of Apple, the people or the consumer are more crazy because they feel the utility is high, or toward a health service we are moving toward the AIIMS because we feel like that the employees or the doctor that they are there, they are more skilled, they are more competent enough, and they can easily diagnose, they easily can understand that what kind of problem patients are facing. So, customer will be attracted to you, clients will come to you only when you are able to create utility for the consumer. All clients will move toward a lawyer who is much famous and capable to handle a case more efficiently. It is because he is capable to create utility to them. A doctor who is more good enough to handle the particular disease, all customer will be moving toward to take this doctor services because the utility is high. What I am trying to say, operation need to ensure that you are in the position to create more value to the customer, then only you are going to be effective enough and the consumer will come to you. So, the utility is what? It is different form, power. Now, there are different form of the utility. First, it is form utility. Form utility, what it is about? It is size, it is shape, and it is color and weight. So, at some point of time, a product whose design is very good, whose shape is very effective, might be due to shape or design you are able to buy them, or its utility for you is more high. Might be because of the weight which is more carry, which is portable. So, its utility is high because it is easy to carry out. You can use laptop, or you can carry it and you can use at the multiple location. So, its utility is high because of the form and the shape. Next, it is about the place utility from the place of origin, I mean to say the mine, to the place of conversion. So, from where the raw material is and where it is finally converted into the finished goods, its utility is high, where conversion and final product has came into existence. Next, it is about the time utility. If as a company can preserve the product or for long span of time, or preserve the services for long span of time, the utility is going to be high. Okay. So, say into the beverages, this preservation is used so that it can be more useful for a consumer long span of time. Next, it is the possession utility. Into our supply chain, the ownership got transfer when it was input or raw material, then go to the company, company converted, then it go to the consumer. So, at each stage the ownership keep on changing and transfer, and this ownership transfer creates certain possession utility. It is services that I had discussed, lawyer who is efficient, doctor. So, they will be more efficient and capable to create more utility to the client. And next, it is about the knowledge utility. Knowledge utility is what? How efficient we are in terms of imparting knowledge, and if we are more efficient enough to impart knowledge, we will be able to create more. services to them. So, salesperson or an advertisement is more effective enough to communicate about the product, to communicate about the services, and how good we are to communicate to the customer that what kind of services or what kind of benefit its product are carrying over. So, this was all about the nature of the operation management, operation as a system, operation as a functional area of the organization, operation as a conversion process, and operation as a means of creating utility. And these are the different form of the utility that are going to be created by the consumer or firms for its client and services. So, that is all for. So, now I am going to discuss about scope of operation management, and scope of operation management, it is related with that what different activity fall under the operation management, and what kind of different activity is being taken care of by operation management. So, the first thing that the operations manager has to do, it is forecasting. Forecasting is what, that whether demand in the years to come or in the coming quarter, whether it is going to be high or whether the demand it is going to be low. In case the demand is going to be high, we need to add our production, we need to add our outlet, we need to add our manufacturing units, so that the demand is consistently increasing. As we say, due to COVID-19, demand for the aviation companies or aviation services is likely to be less, or the demand for our the multiplexes is going to be low, or demand for the OTT or the digital services is going to be increased, internet services is going to be increased. So, we has to say either in the case of services or in the case of the manufacturing, whether the demand is going to be high or low. Next, it is the capacity planning, that the capacity planning is the addition of the production capacity. If the company is in the position to add more capacity, or the organization is capable to add more goods and services to provide more services, capacity addition only happen when you are sure enough, or you know that your demand is going to be high into, say, all manufacturing unit or automobile company adding capacity to produce electrical vehicle. So, addition of the capacity will happen when we are sure enough that demand is going to be high. If you say that the demand is not enough, what you will do? You will reduce its capacity or the production capability of the company. Next, it is about the locating or the location facilities. We need to ensure where our outlet and where our services are to be sure enough. The our service center, our the maintenance or manufacturing hub need to be placed, so that we are in the position to cater maximum customer, we are in the position to cater maximum need. So, we need to find out the location where the demand is high and we are in the position to cater maximum area. See, multinational companies are establishing their manufacturing unit into China, into India, or in some other part of the Asia, because they feel like that the demand in future cost of time it will be high here. Next, it is facility and layout. Layout, it is about interior of the organization or interior facility. So, if the interior is sufficient, interior is good enough, it will make employees easy to move within the organization or to move from one place to another more efficiently. Next, it is scheduling. Scheduling, it is related to the time. I mean to say, Indigo, Air Asia or Vistara has to give a schedule that how many planes are going to fly, how many destinations they are going to cover, what is the timing of arrival and departure. It is more about scheduling. Or Indian Railway has to give the schedule of the train, that what is the timeline of a train to reach at a particular destination and what is the time to move away. So, scheduling, it is more about arrival and departure. Next, it is about managing inventories. Managing inventories, it is keep certain good in advance, so that as a company you are in the position to meet the sudden rise in the demand. So, we need to maintain optimum inventory so that organization is capable to maintain the need. Next, it is about assuring quality. As a company, in at every stage of the production or services, we need to ensure that quality is maintained, the safety is being taken care by airplane, or it is being taken care by hospitals, or it is other financial services. Next, it is about motivating and training the employees. We need to motivate the employees at each stage of the operations and ensure that our employees are motivated enough and contributing best to the organization. So, for today's lecture, this is sufficient. I discuss about nature of the operations management and scope of the operations management. Thank you so much.